Dungeons and Dragons. Our story begins immediately after the end of the famous Morauna World Fair. I found the paper I wrote the name down on. The fair was a gathering of new technological and magical advances as well as a celebration with entertainment. One of the new technologies was this brand new type of train. A wide variety of people were eager to be on the train on its first voyage to the capital. The last passengers to board were a strange collection of soon-to-be heroes. Kiki is an Aarakocra druid. Smith is an 8-foot-tall firbolg with a massive hunch. He carries a large ornate hammer and a shield with the symbol of Moradin displayed on the front. Screech is a deceptively short Kenku wearing a strange cloak with many pockets. Anton is a 3-foot-1, 38-year-old halfling who was enlisted in the army because of his amazing aim. But he's dumb as a rock and loves Thomas the Tank Engine and the Teletubbies. Happy is a tiefling who just really doesn't want to die. She's here because she was told the train is the safest way to travel. She is joined by her bat friend Flappy. And finally that was Bingus Bongus, the great street performer. Our heroes gave the ticket collector their tickets and in one case didn't have a ticket but convinced him he was supposed to be there anyway. Once the train had started moving, the ticket collector asked our heroes if they could do him a favor and deliver a book to the captain of the train. Our heroes accepted and began their longer than anticipated journey through the train. They first encountered a strange mime who they helped from his glassy prison. The next car had a bunch of caged creatures and that made some of our heroes very nervous. In this car they met with the ringmaster of the circus that was at the fair and also an orc who was cleaning one of the cages. They also met with a Kenku who was lifting rhinoceros while a very impressed Tabaxi watched. That was until Screech also started lifting and hoisted more than the Kenku could. The Kenku was less than impressed. When our heroes entered the next car, all of a sudden a knife flew into the wall, barely missing our heroes. It was thrown by a menacing-looking man. After a conversation about how each other's safety is their top priority, our heroes moved along and met a large man reading Cretaceous Theme Park. He tried to ignore our heroes regardless how difficult Anton made that. They also met a clown who asked our heroes the greatest riddle you'd ever hear. Our heroes were unable to answer it, but the clown liked Screech's bribe enough to reward him with a balloon anyway. Our heroes then made their way to the dining car. They encountered a woman who was looking for her husband and was being very rude about it. Our heroes also enjoyed some drinks with the bartender and a man at the bar. That was until another man sitting at the bar started yelling at them about the sins of drinking alcohol. They also met with a woman and child sitting at one of the tables. Screech befriended the girl and gave her a balloon. However, Anton may have undone this goodwill for he terrified the child. In his anger, he started rolling around on the pool table, greatly angering the chef. The next car was the pool car. Here they met with two women, one who was posing, and one who was pointing a strange black box at her. They completely ignored our heroes. Moving on, our heroes met with an herbalist and a mage who were playing cards. They also met with the famous Bobby Bowman and DJ Scalabrew in the party car. They also met with Dynamite Dylan, tag team champion at the World Fair's gladiatorial competition. They also saw a man who fit the description of the husband who the woman was looking for. He was talking to two Tabaxi. He went to leave when Senator Anderson briefly met with our heroes. At last our heroes found the captain of the train and gave him the book. However, the captain also had a favor to ask. The next car was a storage car and some of the chickens had gotten out of their cage. He asked our heroes to take care of them. Our heroes accepted and were met with a mob of giant angry chickens. Smith immediately got to work and swung his hammer at the chickens. However, he missed and it crashed into a crate spilling chicken broth everywhere. Bingus decided to cast Erupt Earth on a moving train thanks Peter. It hit all the chickens in the room and also created a hole in the floor where the earth erupted from. Kiki began to fly around the room with ease to make the chickens jealous. Not wanting to be outdone, Bingus cast Levitate on Screech so he could fly too. Anton put his military training to good use, while Happy put her hiding training to good use. Our heroes managed to defeat most of the escaped chickens except for one in the back and one who was making its way on top of the boxes. However, that was when the back chicken pecked away the lock from the other cage trying to free its fellow fowl. Screech hovered over to it to stop it but was having some problems. It was at that moment when a chicken who was hiding appeared behind our heroes. Kiki came to save the day. However, it did not end well. Smith managed to sneak past the chickens and began summoning some dwarf ghosts who flew over to the chicken and curb-stomped it into dust. For some reason, Team Frontline was having no issues with 9 chickens, while Team Backline was having problems with 1. Bungus leapt across the hole he made, leaving Anton to be chicken food. Once the chicken was dead, our heroes used a javelin to bar the door and waited for the dwarves to viciously finish off their prey. Screech came to save Kiki, and Happy while Smith's ghost saved Anton. With all the chickens now defeated, our heroes completed their mission. Our heroes got their reward from the captain. However, Happy decided to disguise herself as the senator's wife to extort more money from it. I'm sure this will have no repercussions from this. On their way back to their rooms, they saw some blood flowing from underneath one of the rooms. They busted down the door and found a body. It was the senator's wife.